What's up, everybody? It's your boys. So 1, 2, 3. You quit.
He quit. He out. He done.
We got so much to talk about within the wrestling business. Again, this is the 1, 2, 3 count of wrestling podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment during, after, and between you watching these videos. We want to give a shout out to everybody who's been watching our podcast. But let's just get straight into it. Before we had started, we were talking about wrestling video games. Um, there was something on Twitter where I'm actually gonna find the actual tweet. Ango PW asks, "Does anyone still play AEW Fight Forever? Don't lie." And from what I've been seeing, not a lot of people are playing it, and that's only for the Twitter or the X. I don't really know what it's called. Um, then we got into a little debate on what is the best wrestling game because Audie said he knows people that are still playing it and brought up a debate on the best video game. I will go start by saying No Mercy is not the best video wrestling video game. Okay. Um, I think No Mercy is the second best. The first best is SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. I will always go to bat for that game. Like every WWE 2K, every Raw versus SmackDown, every SmackDown period has people have always said Here Comes the Pain is the best. And I don't know if it's the ongoing storylines that you can do like during the career mode, or for me that's the best. Um or if it's just the characters that you can play on it, which I mean, I guess you have the same people on each one, but I feel like Here Comes the Pain bridged the gap from the first two SmackDown games where they kind of looked like they were 007 GoldenEye characters where they didn't really have like their full look. Here Comes the Pain, I believe, is the first one where they had the full aesthetic of characteristic. I could be wrong. And if I am, just know I'm not so wise, man, talking about a wrestling game. But you guys, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go old school. I don't know if it's the best wrestling game, but it's the one I remember playing the most of. Was it WWF In Your House on PS1? That game was fun, man. Undertaker was cheap in that game. That game was
Was
so
that
much
the
fun.
arcade game as well?
I think so.
Like they
I
had
think it might have been.
Undertaker, Yokozuna, Doink, and they used to
Doink.
have like the special moves or whatever.
Yeah. The Bret Hart used to bring out the chair out of nowhere. Yeah.
I think Yokozuna used to have a ham hock.
Yeah. The silliness, man, it was so good.
I used
Yeah.
to play that on my that was the first PC game that I ever played actually. Somehow we had it on my PC.
Oh damn, my bad. I think nobody would remember that game. I just remember that's the one used to go over my uncle's house and play all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll say it's a damn near fighting game. Mm-hmm. Head up in the air. Oops.
A big swing.
Mm-hmm. No, they couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the newer games, because I have WWE 2K23, my only issue, besides sometimes it bugs out, I don't like the universe mode. It's very repetitive.
Yeah.
So I've been the WWE champion for a year now, but I've only defended the championship maybe 3 times. And then every week I'm
That sound
either
like the tribal
fight.
chief.
And then every week I'm facing Brock Lesnar or Cody
Oh.
Rhodes, like in a triple threat match. So I'm facing one
I'll
or the
say
other.
it's always Brock.
Yeah. And like even when I'm in a rivalry with somebody, I'm not facing the person that I'm in a rivalry with. Because right now I'm in a rivalry with AJ Styles, but I'm not facing AJ Styles. I'm constantly facing Cody Rhodes, constantly facing Brock Lesnar. And it's just not cohesive enough for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the big problems. Or when I am like doing stuff with the rivalries part, out of nowhere, like they say, "Oh, you have a rivalry match. You have to do this. You have to do that." But then all of a sudden, I change one thing, all of a sudden the match is different and I'm facing somebody else. I'm like, why?
They
And
ripped
then
up the script.
also, and then they have a bug. I don't know if it's just my PS4 or if it's everybody's. When my created character comes out, they introduce him like 3 times in a row. Like, from Indianapolis, Indiana, C.T. Brown. 2 seconds of pause. From Indianapolis, Indiana, C.T. Brown. To the point where I just completely get rid of my entrances, even though there's times where I want to go out there and attack somebody, but they don't give me that thing either. I want to go out there and attack somebody. I want somebody to attack me. I want to make my WWE championship reign seem like I'm not the tribal chief.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, those SmackDown versus Raw games used to be like that. I don't know where they. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also, I don't know, maybe it's, I just need a new system or whatever, but I was doing the Royal Rumble last night and it was lagging a lot when like more than four, actually when more than 4 people are in the match, the game lags like so badly. Again, it could be because of my PS4. I have had it since 2000 and I've had it for 10 years, over 10 years. Yeah, it's about time I could maybe hit 5. See, yeah, well, it's
Sure, I'll
it's
play with them
weird
either.
because um when I play Grand Theft Auto, it shows like some of the people that I play with, it shows that they're playing on the PS5.
Yeah. You can play your
So
PS4 games on PS5.
okay. That's
Some
probably what
some
it is.
some of them got a PS5 version, But for the most part, you can play like for example, Tekken 7. It only has a PS4 version, but I could play it on my PS5 if I wanted to.
Speaking of,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that first 6 months of the PS5 was pretty rough. Yeah. Yeah.
Prices have already gone down for the PS5. That's why I was like, it might be time for me to just go ahead and skedaddle and buy one. But I decided I'm gonna wait because one, I'm moving in the next next week actually, and then I plan on buying tickets to Fastlane. Yeah, and
When is Fastlane anyway?
October 2nd. October 7th. Well, here's the thing. I want to take Bree to her first show, but the tickets that she wants to get,
She want to be ringside.
no, she wants to get like decently priced ones. What
Right.
I want to see is hard cam, so I can have a
Oh.
giant ass sign that says the 3 Count Wrestling Podcast. Bow, 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 bow. And those tickets are like $380 a pop.
And we got
So
to find that green shirt guy that been to every single wrestling show for like the past like 15 years or something. Like what?
and then I'm gonna dole out $700. That's it.
Man, where Chico at? Chico gonna get us in. That boy Chico been on more shows and I'd be like, hey, that's Chico. Every time.
Chico is the hardest working person on the independent scene. Like he's working WWE, AEW, Impact. If there is a show, Chico is trying to get himself on there and try to get himself seen. Book Chico Adams. I'm about to make that a hashtag. Book Chico Adams. Dude, playing with my guy.
Boy, busy man.
I will be seeing him on Sunday because I'm going to my last indie wrestling show in Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
But yeah. That's what I was about to say. So we've had so much going on. We have words. Jay Uso quitting. We have CM Punk making enemies of everybody on Dynamite. And we have Rob Van Dam telling people to eat a dick.
Oh, yeah.
So, where would you want to start? All right. CM Punk. I mean,
Yeah, our cousin was like, "What's
he
going on with
has
Jay?"
he has moved to the alumni section
Yeah,
of
they
the
mentioned that.
company,
They mentioned that on Monday, right? I think Wade Barrett mentioned
possibly.
it. Yeah.
Um, I even got hit up from my friend Nina, who's shout out to her. She watches our podcast, and she was like, "Oh, what do you think about it?" And I'm like, "I feel like this is a way to stretch out everything with the bloodline. Um, damn, I wish I would have kept that guy's Twitter thing because he had a whole Twitter post of Roman Reigns talking to Jimmy and Jay when they were still like wearing the all white, we the ones, about how when Jay was becoming the right hand man, how Jimmy didn't want him to become that.
Right.
But I honestly see this is the way again of them stretching out the whole storyline. Give Jay some well needed time off. So then I guess Jimmy can kind of feud with Roman for a little bit until they set the seeds for Roman and Solo to face each other. What I was saying, if you checked out our Twitter or our X, whatever the hell it's called, the 3 count pod, all one word. The three is the number three. Jey Uso pulls a Rey Mysterio and he gets transferred over to Raw. If KO can't come back in a good amount of time, him and Sami Zayn become the tag team champions. Because I mean, you can just grab somebody off the roster. Shout out to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Yeah.
They become the tag team champions. That can also set the seed for KO versus Sammy because Sammy has said he's done with the whole bloodline thing, but technically Jay is no longer part of the bloodline. Blah 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 blah. Until they're ready to do the Jey Uso versus Jimmy, at which Rikishi did get booked somewhere, and on the flyer they said about refereeing Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah. He's like, whoops, wrong booker. Yeah.
See, oh no, keep going because I have another uh, booking fantasy booking theory. Mm-hmm. Sammy.
That is a WrestleMania match.
I think they fought each other at WrestleMania, but it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's kind of how pull like a Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, how they were still
No,
tag champions, but they faced
yeah,
each other at Mania. Uh, they're slightly, but that WrestleMania match, after the WrestleMania match, is when it really took off.
yeah,
Like WrestleMania was the catalyst to the big feud because Eddie Guerrero had got jealous of Rey Mysterio winning, and then that's what actually I believe led to the whole Dominic
yeah.
uh, storyline.
That that storyline was crazy. I'm sitting there as a kid,
Mhm.
like, what is they doing? he who daddy? What?
And just for them to bring it up 20 years later,
Yeah,
or maybe 10.
still relevant.
Cody Rhodes. Finish
No,
the story.
they got
Well,
to.
I mean, as of right now, because this leads into like one of my other uh, fantasy booking theories, where because ish. No, Gunther comes in at number 30 this time.
Yeah, just
Reverse
push
it.
for us. Yeah, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Oh no, he's gonna
Oh
lose it
no,
way
oh no,
beforehand.
he might lose that to Chad Gable.
Mm. Thank you.
He is.
But real quick, um, my thought because as of right now, Sammy, Cody, and Steph all have issues with the Judgment Day. Granted, the Judgment Day has issues with each other, and they've slowly on Monday brought in JD McDonough. My idea is the Judgment Day plus one more versus Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, KO, and then a surprise entrance of Jey Uso.
Ooh,
I don't know who the fifth member of the Judgment Day's team would be.
nope, just put in mommy. Come on now.
Yeah, I guess kind of Shinsuke.
Oh yeah, you could throw
Uh,
Shinsuke in there.
yeah,
Him and Seth. Yeah,
but I mean, Mommy's fine.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh no, I missed that. What happened? Is that wrong?
Oh, it's on Twitter. No,
Okay.
it's a behind the scenes thing where she's going to Don's like, here, do this, and then she grabs his hand. So basically, this hand is trapped, and she pushes him up against the wall. And if Dom was like, what the fuck? If I was Dom, I would have been like, oh
Put Isaiah Cassidy.
my god. Ma'am, you just got engaged, and I'm engaged
I'm about
too.
to say, say, buddy, about to come. Like that's supposed to be me. Yeah, yeah, lock him up.
Hmm. That, or he is very comfortable with everything, and he knows that it's the wrestling business, unlike some of these fragile other individuals in professional wrestling. Oh, I guess we can. I, I guess we can rip the band-aid off, talk about the white elephant in the room, the pegger.
This guy.
So after a really good match on AEW Collision between the House of Black and CMFTR, CM Punk decides to cut him a little promo. And in that promo, he talks about Adam Hangnail Page.
Hangman, you get his name right. Stop
Oh, sorry.
it. Disrespect them. This man ain't did nothing to nobody. Sorry, go ahead.
Adam Hangpeg.
All right.
Basically, basically saying that no one buys his stuff. He's he just said a lot of shit. Well, also there's I don't know if you guys heard like the rest of the story where Hangman was supposed to be on at least at the venue to do a promo, and they said, "Yo, you got to go. We're gonna do it somewhere else." Oh, it was definitely gonna had to be before because they said he wasn't at the building when it was said.
Oh, when it was live.
hmm
Yeah. What?
So both of you all, because you guys are, I'm not gonna say anti-punk, but you guys are more on the shut up, Phil, just wrestle. So go ahead. How do you guys feel about Phil?
Man, Joe should have dragged his ass through the crowd. Like, don't they let this man get near a microphone after the show or nothing? I heard that Dax even took the mic from him. He don't know what he was talking about. He might have been concussed. So I'm gonna leave it up to that. That man, he was like he want the House of Black to chop him, but they did anyway. So I'm gonna chop it up to him having a okay match, but he ain't like the result. But leave Hangman alone. Hangman ain't said nothing about nobody in a year. He ain't doing nothing. He just
That
chilling
we
with his
know
friends.
of.
Man, it ain't public. Right,
hmm
right.
Uh,
No,
no.
he was at Blood and Guts, wasn't he?
Mm,
Was he in that
yes.
match? Yeah, he's
Yes.
in that match.
He was.
It's about a month ago. Yeah.
My nightmares.
Good. He ain't been nowhere.
He has loosely been doing stuff with the Dark Order, but that
Yeah.
kind of really didn't have anything to do with anything, if I could be
Yeah.
completely honest.
Dark Order just went over to ROH, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, who else on ROH? Colt Cabana. Couple.
Mm. He said he does not want drama in his locker room.
That sounds like he is the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are a few reports that where is it? Find it again. That CM Punk has stated he doesn't want Matt Hardy at the show, Christopher Daniels, Ryan Namath, and a few other people. Which the only one that's kind of weird is Christopher Daniels because
Yeah.
he is the head of talent relations.
Right.
But I think that all stems from what I've been hearing, the fact that Ace Steel, who does still work for AEW, isn't allowed at the venues. He has to work remotely. He's like, well, if that's how it's going to be with Ace Steel, then I don't think Christopher Daniels should be there. And he conceded, CM Punk's camped it, that he's 100% responsible for Ryan Namath and Christopher Daniels. He then reported, they also reported, and this is what I'm getting from WrestlingInc.com, that it wasn't his decision for Isaiah Cassidy or Matt Hardy to go home, but he has been having a little issue with Matt Hardy. However, there is a report just coming out on Wrestling Purist, and this is also coming from Fightful Select, that CM Punk and Jack Perry had got into a bit of an argument because, and this is because Jack Perry wanted to use real glass during a backstage segment, and basically CM Punk told him that's stupid.
Oh, whatever. Stop it. Stop it.
But I will say, or I will ask you both: is this more of a Punk issue, or is this a Tony Khan issue? Because at the end of the day, PK is the head of the table per se, and he has let all this from all out brawl out to now and whatever just all take place, and he hasn't put his foot down.
Yeah. Yeah. This on TK. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Max Caster.
Yeah. That motherfucker, a whole anime villain. I'm gonna keep saying it. Jericho. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, from I was listening to Brian Alvarez on my way home this morning, and he said that a lot of people aren't necessarily mad at Punk; they're more mad at TK for again not stepping in when he should have, and not just being like, "Hey, this is how it's going to be from both you guys as EVPs to you guys as wrestlers to the wrestlers on Collision," because Brian Alvarez has to ask, where are all the wrestlers on Collision? Granted, don't get me wrong, I feel like Collision is the best AEW show.
It is.
Um, and it's completely different than Dynamite in every which way. But it TK needs to step in because they've said that the comments that CM Punk had said about Adam Page, they weren't okay by the AEW higher ups, if they even have any of them. Like, the one thing I will say about the WWE and Vince McMahon, they have, it's probably not the best hierarchy, but they have them a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And that keeps a lot of the squabbles from getting to that boiling point. And I know they were trying to do that with making Christopher Daniels the head of talent relation, bringing in other individuals and promoting them, but they're also promoted. They're promoting within while people are still active, and that's where the WWE kind of is different. All the people who are producers for their shows are not active wrestlers. The TJ, I think his last name is Wilson, Jordan, Jason Jordan,
Yeah.
Gregory Helms, blah, 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 blah. Because right now they just made Orange Cassidy a producer for matches.
Man, I've been a whole champion.
Yeah, exactly. It's They have, and the thing is, AEW has amazing people on their roster who can actually take that spot. The Jerry Lynn's, the Mark Henrys, the
Mm-hmm.
Paul White, the Dean Malenkos. But it's also on how, like, when I had brought up my snarky remarks about Adam Page and Jack Perry, where they don't want to take advice from the people who have come before them because they believe that they are right, because their friends are the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and they only listen to people who do the style that they listen to or the style that they do, not knowing that Mark Henry has always been one of the most dominant athletes in wrestling, whether he was doing the sexual chocolates or he did the Hall of Fame. You
Mm-hmm.
have Paul White, who was the giant, who was one of the most, especially in the beginning, he was extremely dominant when he went to the WWE slash F slash whatever. Still, like he he can switch back on and off if he's a good guy or a bad guy, and it's always going to be somewhat believable. You have Dean Malenko, who has always been one of the most technical wrestlers ever. You have Gary Lynn, who is an amazing, amazing wrestler with so much great knowledge that I feel like AEW isn't necessarily using correctly. And that is, again, it's on TK. It's like, hey, I know you guys want to be producers, blah, 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 but you guys are active wrestlers. I need you guys to focus on the wrestling part of it and let the people who, I'm not going to say don't have anything to do, but let the people who aren't actively wrestling guide you guys. Because I'm not an AEW fan. I'm not a WWE fan. I'm not an Impact fan. I'm not a New Japan Wrestling fan. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I, myself, this is me, CT. I am a pro wrestling fan. I want everything to succeed. And I kind of feel like AEW is sort of WCW light because just like in WCW, it was Eric Bischoff letting the wrestlers kind of do what they wanted, especially Hulk Hogan and the Outsiders. And look what they got them. Got them bought out by WWE. So this is long winded. Just to say,
It's all part of Cody Rhodes' plan. Down that hill.
that's true. The Rock and Shawn Michaels hate each other.
Vince would have been gone.
Mm. Yeah. Hmm. What if CM Punk is the EVP, but without them actually saying anything?
he was about to say it. WCW. No.
So okay, I'm on Wrestling Inc. and looking up the whole incident with between Punk and Perry, and this is what I believe Punk reportedly told Perry about the whole glass spot, at least. That Collision doesn't have segments of that ilk and advised him to stay on AEW Dynamite if he had a problem with it. While many people in the locker room described the situation as an argument between the pair, Punk's side claimed that Perry threw a tantrum. All in all, though, most people agreed with Punk as Perry's planned glass segment was objected by not only doctors but others.
I mean, if the doctor's telling you not to do it, man, you might want to just back off on it. All right, Perry,
Like
you got
that.
-1 for me. -1 for me. -1. It's like, jeez. I can agree with that. Like Punk don't want that like ECW esque crazy spots happening and whatnot. Like, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like I see AEW Dynamite. Okay, I guess so. You're okay. I was just talking to Chris about this. Punk had told Perry that Collision doesn't have segments for that ilk and advised him to stay on AEW Dynamite if he had a problem with it. While many others in the locker room described the situation as an argument between pairs, Punk's side claimed that Perry threw a tantrum. All in all, though, most people agreed with Punk as Perry's planned glass segment was objected by not only doctors but others. That you still are. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But Jack Perry seems Jack Perry seems like the type that he would have threw a tension tantrum either way. But I don't know. He seems like a Karen more than Chelsea Green. Seems like he has a stick up his ass, but that's for another time. Or how to work properly. Mm, mm. Who's his? I know his dad passed away, and his dad was an actor. I just can't remember who his dad is.
Perry.
Yeah, he. Oh, he wasn't on Friends, right?
No.
That's his uncle, right?
I was about to say, no relation. I don't know. It's gonna bug me, so I'm looking
But I
it up.
know.
Yeah.
I never watched 90210 to save my life. No,
What?
they are not related.
Yeah, they're not. I looked it up. Paul Rubens.
Yeah, it sounds about it.
Yeah.
I will, but going back to there's a lot of movies that she says that we got to watch, but I fall asleep during movies, so who knows if I'm actually going to watch it.
Guy.
Going
This
back
guy.
to Jack Perry, his opponent last week for the FTW championship, RVD, had a few choice words for wrestling fans. And I quote, some fans are saying I did the WWE wrong by appearing on AEW. I wonder if they would all eat shit if I revealed that I had permission to do it, or would they just move on to puke out the next meaningless bullshit that comes out their mouths? Yeah, I figured I'll keep it to myself for now. Basically, Rob Van Dam is 52 motherfucking years old, and he don't give a damn about what y'all stupid ass, tribal ass, punk ass, doodle head, dummy ass motherfuckers gotta say. I feel like he was just saying that, but some people like I forget who. I'm not gonna really say he asked for permission. It's not like he's like, Daddy, may I please go on AEW? Please. I feel like it's more of just like a, hey, I'm doing this. I'm just letting you. I'm giving you guys a heads up.
Yeah, it's like a courtesy thing, kind of like what Jericho
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. But here's the thing: Vince is very well, ladies and gentlemen. What Audie doesn't know is Vince is very well. I'm not even gonna say Vince. I say this a lot that professional wrestlers and people in the professional wrestling business are so fragile. They are the most fragile minded people that you can ever talk to. And I will again repeat this once he gets back. But yeah, I think he's taking that permission thing
Too literal.
to like, yeah.
He was just saying. What if he did? What if he did?
Let Ace know that he is a good boy. But no, like I was saying, mm, but like I was saying, uh, the people in the wrestling business are so fragile minded that they'll take any slight and they will hold a grudge forever. And I feel like it's RVD just being like, hey, again, just doing the common courtesy. Hey, I'm gonna be on AEW. I'm gonna be doing what I do, what I've been doing for over 30 years. And then also with WrestleMania being in Philadelphia this year, he he could have necessarily burnt the bridge and not been able to appear, even though he's a WWE Hall of Famer now. So I feel like that's also another reason why he's like, yeah, I'm a WWE Hall of Famer, but I'm still just giving you guys the courtesy and just a heads up to let you know that I'm going to be working this show. I don't I don't know if it's going to go on any further than this, but the match that he did have wasn't bad. It was a typical RVD match. Um, he hit all of his highlights. He killed Jack Perry with that uh, spinning leg drop to the guardrail.
Yeah, I did
Whew,
see that.
he killed the kid. No, but also Bret Hart. The reason why Bret Hart didn't go to AEW is because WWE just kind of threw money at him so that he didn't go.
Yeah. He revealed the
Uh-huh.
world championship once.
Yeah. He actually could have been on the DX reunion, but WWE didn't want to acquiesce to AEW.
He don't want to
Oh,
go
of
back.
course.
He don't want to go back.
I don't. I think the or at least with the younger and by younger I mean people who are 50 and younger, they don't even have a problem with Punk anymore. Like Triple H and Punk, they're amicable. Hell, even I feel like if CM Punk would be like, "Yo, I'm leaving AEW," I believe Vince McMahon, because at the end of the day, Vince McMahon loves money more than he loves. I think though you're taking that permission thing and you're kind of stretching it. 'Cause RVD again, yeah, he does whatever he wants. So I feel like it was a rhetorical type question, like,
Yeah.
what if they gave me permission? What would you say then? Nothing. Let me go. No, he said, I wonder if they would eat shit if I revealed that I had permission to do it. Question mark. Hmm. Him not giving a fuck about tribalism. Oh, because people were hitting him up on Twitter X and just being annoying. And I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
basically
feel
what
like he said that, but just with more words.
Yeah.
Because then the other part was, or would you just move on to puke out the next meaningless bullshit that comes out of your mouth? Mm-hmm. Um, I will say about Monday Night Raw, that has some good and not so good parts about it. The good were everything with Chad Gable or Alpha Academy and Imperium. Ludwig Kaiser is complete. Like if uh if Swerve is the anime villain, Ludwig Kaiser is the Bond villain.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
for
a
sure.
creepy
For
Bond villain.
sure. That man is a Bond villain from his voice to his look and everything.
We had everything with JD McDonough and Judgment Day. The one thing that I completely hated last night was the Trish Stratus Becky Lynch match.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough one.
It ended in a double countout, and it's so stupid. Like they, if they were going to do that, they could have had that match on SummerSlam just to set up the match at Winnipeg instead of having to have the cage match. No, Winnipeg was on Monday, and now they're setting up. They're doing a cage match, I believe, next week.
Payback.
Hmm. Is Becky Lynch the queen of the cage match? Because this is like the second cage match she's had, and I believe it's what second cage match she's had with Trish Stratus.
Maybe.
Uh, yeah, it was kind of year or two ago. Because I believe Becky was feuding with Charlotte, and I believe Trish got involved. Don't quote me. I'm just, we're just three not so wise men talking wrestling on the 3 Count Pod. Where again, you should like, subscribe, leave comments. Come on, baby. Talk to me. Just do this, this,
Oh
this,
God, no,
this,
no.
and then I grab you. No, bow. I do this. Mm. But real quick, we are going to go through the card for tomorrow's AEW Dynamite before we talk about probably our last thing that I have at least. We have the Battle of the Brothers. We have the Guns versus the Young Bucks. And, yo, the Young Bucks have one of the best entrances in AEW. Just a,
Yeah. You mean the Guns? Said the Bucks.
and oh yeah, the Guns. My bad. And I want them to have many men again. That's just. We hear from MJF and Adam Cole, which their whole segment with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom. It's just so funny, and it's so crazy because it's like, yo, the thing that's keeping me into Adam Cole and MJF is like, yo, who is going to turn on who? That's what I. Somebody's going to turn on somebody, but I don't know who's going to do it.
And they got 2 matches at All In.
Yeah, they're going for the ROH tag team titles at 0 Hour, and then they're going to wrestle each other in the main event.
The main event, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I like Cole as a heel anyway.
Yeah. And then if he joins Roderick and the rest of the kingdom, he can just reform the kingdom.
Yeah. He ain't getting kicked out. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think this, because of the whole MJF thing, this might all just be a work just to get more heat on him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely for when it's MJF versus Punk and they can unify the titles. But we also have Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus the Gates of Agony. We have Chris Jericho possibly joining Don Callis' family. We have the Bunny and Dr. Britt Baker. The winner goes to the Fatal Four Way and All In. We have Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta for the International Championship. And we have the one match that no one was asking for, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Death Match, Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy.
that got to be a cinematic match, right?
I hope so. If it's a cinematic match, then I will give it a huge pass because they could do a lot with that. If
Yeah.
not, why are you doing this? And you
I
can
mean,
have so many different people that can do the death match. I'm sorry, Jeff Hardy. I love you. You're like one of my favorite wrestlers.
it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game coming out, so I'm assuming that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, it's tied into that. They go to the back, and all of a sudden,
That'll be cool. Oh,
Oh, shit, I was about to bring that up too.
he had to go.
Well, it's crazy that you brought that up because I'm looking at something, and it's Conan talking about Santana Ortiz saying uh, that he's happy that they're talking again, and that he would want to bring LAX to. He wouldn't mind bringing LAX to AEW, but he doesn't necessarily want to work. Wait, where is it? He doesn't want to work with Tony Khan, but instead with AEW producer and on-screen manager Sanjay Dutt, and he would bring in put Donna Mente back in there because she was in LAX, and then bring in Hernandez.
Boy, Hernandez. Let this happen. Yeah. Let Lance Archer do what he want to do. God damn it.
And Murder Hawk.
Yeah, Murder Hawk.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a part of Aussie Open. Ozzy. Boy.
I mean, United Kingdom. What you talking about? Talking about Jacob Cobb? Yeah.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb. There you go.
So he'll be sucking the talent out of younger talent. You know, sucking this. It's bleaching.
True. Uh, uh,
Daniel Garcia would have been a part of the BCC, and they would
yeah,
have
Daniel
been
Garcia would have
rolling.
been under Brian Danielson.
Daniel Garcia would have been the only one that would have been completely fine. That's different. Yeah, we wouldn't have got the dance.
So they
I
come up
mean,
with all this stuff.
supposedly they always throw parties after like Dynamite and Collision, and definitely after the pay per view. So
Yeah.
you never know. Um,
Also on Dynamite tomorrow, ain't there an interview with Kenny Omega and Jim Ross?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So maybe we'll get
and supposedly that should set up a match at All In, which they are stating it might be Bullet Club Gold versus Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi. Hmm. They're going against the Young Buck. Simon Miller for All In.
Yep. Yep. I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen a week later at All Out.
Yeah, you got to remember that there's another pay per view a week later.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Ricky Starks is
Oh,
suspended for a month from actively wrestling.
because he beat the brakes off of Ricky Steamboat.
But nothing happened to Swerve and AR Fox.
Man's almost committed attempted murder, breaking and entering, but Ricky Starks gets suspended. All right, I get it.
For whooping a 70-year-old man. Okay, whatever.
That was supposed to be the ref in the match, but wasn't actually the ref. He wasn't even the ref. He was outside. Whatever. That match. Oh, that match made me mad.
um, we did get word that former Universal Champion Bray Wyatt has improved significantly from his illness. I'm glad to hear that. I guess he was pretty much whatever Jamie Foxx had, Bray Wyatt probably had too. Like
Oh wow.
they said that the I would say within the last month or two that it had gotten pretty bad. But as of right now, there's no exact time frame for him to be back. But it is looking like he will be back at probably by the end of the year, if not before Mania next year. What creative ideas have been presented for a comeback, and September has been mentioned for a potential target, but he hasn't been cleared just yet.
Hey, we talk about comedic. About the New Day on Monday. They came out with the chairs. Like, these guys some fools. And Kofi screaming, "Hey, you should have moved your boat." I was like, oh man, I was dying. I was like, "There's no way." That was so good.
They're like, what is with the Street Profits thinking that they're Cedric and Shelton?
Yeah. It's like the Hurt Business. Yeah.
Which I am. That's going to be a good little faction. Do we or do we not want to play the game of Guess That Wrestler? And that could be our last segment of the night. Okay, I got to get my paper ready.
Let's go now. Man, that's funny because some of these wrestlers we actually listened today. Like we mentioned these people. I was like, they might get this. I'm going straight down the list too. I ain't.
For those who have never seen Guess That Wrestler, this is this part of the show where the host of the night gives, which is Chris, he gives some clues on a certain wrestler. And it takes me and Audie a certain amount of guesses to guess that wrestler. It's kind of, self-explanatory. Yeah. And just like the AEW ranking systems, I have no idea who's winning.
Hey, I know who ain't winning, but you know who got two? I'll take my two. Hey, why ain't on that list? Oh no, never mind. I thought that was a total score. My bad.
No, I don't know who. I know Audie's has a total overall first place, but I don't know I forget how many games we've played. I don't know yeah, I forgot a lot. I'm gonna have to go through all our videos, which is almost 100. We almost have 100 videos, everybody. But we also have two shorts. I'm talking about
Yeah.
we get in there.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you. All right. So it's first wrestler. I got 9 clues. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. 9 clues. Who want to go first?
I'm gonna do 5.
5. All right. CT with the 5. Y'all gonna be mad at this one. 4. All right. First clue. Oh, well. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Just give it to him. Shit.
Okay. All right. This wrestler made his wrestling debut in 2009. Hey, it's about to get worse. Hey, I was still in high school. All right. So he has worked for PWG, New Japan, ROH, AEW, and Lucha Underground. Yeah, you better be mad at this list. That's the theme right there. Lucha. Lucha Underground. All right. Let's see. He won the Lucha Underground World Heavyweight Championship in his first match. Yep. PWG, New Japan, ROH, AEW, Lucha Underground. Mm-hmm. Day Phoenix. Nope. All right. Let's do. He is PWG's 2018 Battle of Los Angeles winner.
I don't think Omega was ever in Lucha Underground. Hmm. See, and that's where my Freed thing is confusing me because I know it's not that person, but I'm trying to realize who all were Lucha Underground champions. And I'm just gonna, yeah, Federal Mero Penta.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. So you get one more clue, right?
Yep.
All right. So in Lucha Underground, he wrestled in a mask under the name the Monster Matanza. So y'all gonna eat this. Look, this is 3 weeks in the making. This is 3 weeks ago.
Is it Luchasaurus?
No. I think Luchasaurus. All right. That's too easy. All right. He represented Guam at the 2004 Summer Olympics as the nation's flag bearer in the opening ceremony.
Jeff Cobb.
It is Jeff Cobb. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I didn't want to say nothing. He is a member of the New Japan faction United Empire. 2000 or September 2014 received a WWE tryout at the Performance Center. And the other one to do. Oh, just all his championships. One-time Lucha Underground champion, one-time ROH World Television champion, two-time IWGP Tag Champ, one-time New Japan Never Openweight champion, and one-time PWG World Champion and Tag Champ. And Tag Champ with Matt Riddle.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know how I guessed that one. I just remember what you had said earlier about, we've mentioned a lot of the people on the podcast. I'm like, okay, who's everybody that we've talked about?
Everybody but one on this list we've talked about in the past like 2 weeks. Maybe two. All right, I'm just going straight down the list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7, 8. I got 8 for this one.
I'm gonna go with Fozzy again.
5, 4. All right. All right. Okay, so he made his wrestling debut in 2011. But it's gonna be an easy one. All right. He is the first cousin of former NFL linebacker Fred Strickland. Oh damn! I thought that would have helped you. Released a rap album in 2022 named Tears. Yes, word. See, it's an easy one, bro. Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, no, that's Swerve. Damn it.
Yeah. Wrestle under the name Killshot in Lucha Underground. Big guess there. Wrestled
know that one.
Really? That's not the first season.
Oh, I watched Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Wrestled in CZW, Defy, Evolve, Lucha Underground, WWE, New Japan, AEW. Enlisted in the United States Army Reserve, serving as a signal communication specialist for 8 years. Shout out to him. Spent the first 7 years of his life in Germany, as his father was a sergeant first class cook in the U.S. Army. And a bunch of championships. One-time CZW World Champ. 2-time Lucha Underground Trios Champ. That's the one with Willie Mack and AR Fox.
Mm-hmm.
3-time Defy World Champ. 1-time Evolve World Champ. 1-time NXT North America Champ. And 1-time AEW World Tag Team Champ. So that's Swerve. I'm putting it here. Actual anime villain. All right. X1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for this one. That's gonna be a little bit tougher. 9 clues. All right. CT.
I'm gonna do 4.
Dang. Stand in the middle. I like it. All right. So this wrestler worked in WWE, Impact Wrestling, AAA, you guessed it, Lucha Underground, and MLW.
Okay.
All right. He made his wrestling debut in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he has been a commentator for WWE, ECW, AAA, New Japan, ROH, and Impact Wrestling. That's 3. You got a free guess.
Can you say those again?
All right. So he worked in WWE, Impact, AAA, Lucha Underground, and MLW.
Matt Striker.
Damn, that boy good. Yeah. That boy Matt Striker. He was a child actor with roles in 80s movies Wise Guys and Child Savers. I didn't know that. Was a combat sports analyst for Fight TV, analyzing MMA, boxing, and bar knuckle fighting. Hosted NXT in 2010 and also hosted WWE Afterburn for international broadcast. He worked as a high school teacher after college, having a master's in educational psychology.
That would have definitely gave it like away for me.
Oh yeah.
That was the gimmick thing.
Oh yeah. And he played semi-pro hockey, studied jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling, and boxing. And he was a Slammy winner in 2008 for Announced Team of the Year. Everything. Yep. All right, 2-1, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I got 9 for this one too.
I'm gonna go 4. Cocky with it. Go 3. Go 3.
He just said 3. All right. So this wrestler worked in WWE, you guessed it, Lucha Underground, and AEW.
Okay. Damn, only 3 promotions?
Yeah. Wrestling promotions anyway. So he won Money in the Bank in 2010. Okay. He is a one-time ECW champion, one-time
Does he like a hat?
Let me get through my clues first. Dang.
Okay.
He's a one-time ECW champion, a one-time World Heavyweight champion, one-time US champion, one-time Lucha Underground champion, and one-time Gift of the Gods champion.
And he really likes his hats. It's Jake Hagar.
Jake Hagar. Yeah. Look, you should have won 3. You would have had it. I know. See, I would have gave you this one. He's undefeated in MMA Bellator. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Attended the University of Oklahoma as a 2-sport athlete, participating in both football and wrestling. Was on the debut episode of Dynamite. And he won the Elimination Chamber in 2013, beating Bryan Danielson, Randy Orton, Kane, Mark Henry, and Chris Jericho, earning him a title shot at WrestleMania. Cheesy. Yeah, that's actually a good elimination chamber.
See,
No, that's a pretty good one.
only because it was like, all right, who's worked in WWE and AEW who's actually won Money in the Bank? And I was like, there's only one person.
Oh, damn. That's true. And he was also the final Lucha Underground World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because only 6.
I'll go 3.
Go 2, you won't. All right. Yep. All right. So this wrestler has wrestled in AEW, AAA, ROH, you guessed it, Lucha Underground, PWG, and TNA, Impact Wrestler. Yeah, you free guess. Yep. He worked in AEW, AAA, ROH, Lucha Underground, PWG, and TNA. Yep. AEW, AAA, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, PWG, and TNA, Impact Wrestling. That'd be cool though. I don't think LAX was in Lucha Underground, unfortunately. All right, yeah. So he is a one-time Impact World Heavyweight Champion, one-time Impact World Tag Team Champion, one-time PWG World Tag Team Champion, one-time ROH World Tag Team Champion, one-time AEW Trios Champion, and one-time AEW World Tag Team Champion. Huh? Yep. Trio and tag. It's only been 3 Trios champions. Just nope. I wish. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. AEW, AAA, ROH. You guessed it. Lucha Underground, our favorite place. PWG and TNA.
Uh-oh.
Pentagon Jr. See, I knew you had it.
Who was it doing this?
I'm about to say you can see that edited like, ooh. All right, so he was he made his wrestling debut in 2007. He's the only 2-time Lucha Underground World Heavyweight Champion. Wrestling Observer Newsletter Tag Team of the Year 2019, and has never been officially unmasked in a wrestling ring. officially.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's my list that's been sitting here for like 3 weeks. But I'm in the hot seat next time.
Yeah. I think who is it? Me next week as the host with the most.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Because I think we tied now.
Yeah, I might be tired. I'm gonna stay happy with my 2. Shoot that.
Oh, you guys all suck.
We'll crunch the numbers. That was Guess That Wrestler, people.
Yes. And I won. I should have done it with just one. I probably would have got it. With Penta. I believe it's well, I remember it was on Netflix. That's
Yeah.
how I
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, I figured as much.
And I'm letting you guys all know that I have no clue who I'm doing. No. Oh. One last thing before we leave. Lacey Evans might be out of WWE.
I just seen that.
Yeah. So I wish her best in her future endeavors.
Yeah. Hopefully Sergeant Slaughter ain't on her head too much. That boy don't care. Let's go. That's what I was about to say. Go bring him up. No, yeah. He's like, hey, that's a nice little outro. Let me use that. Sure. Peace.